Hi, welcome to Nails and Yacht podcast. Today I'm joined by Georgia and we're going to be talking about getting into education. So it's actually really interesting because I trained with Georgia for nail extensions. That's what we're going to be doing today. So how are you? How's your week been? Anything to note?
No, it's really the same old. It
Just
literally
Groundhog Day.
Work,
Yeah.
always. Yeah, I did have some severe car issues yesterday. We're back on.
We're past it. Back on the
Yeah,
road.
Sunday, chilling, getting my nails done.
I love that.
So
Love that.
yeah, it's good.
I have just got back up my hand do on, well, it was late Wednesday night, so my voice is a little bit croaky.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not fuming, I just sound it because
No,
I'm
it's alright.
really croaky. So what we're thinking today then, we're going to do long almond gel extensions.
Yeah, I think so. That's my usual.
It's
I've
fine.
ruined them. I'm sorry. This
It's
is
fine.
what being a salon owner and now a DIY queen.
Yeah, that is
That's
what
you.
your tech is, isn't it? Like,
Literally, they're wrecked. Mine look like this, so my clients can
look perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking a medium almond. I mean, design.
Whatever.
I'm going to give you free reign.
Right.
I do
Okay.
love a 3D chromia. Cuteness. If you want to do a design.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, because I've only done plain sets so far, so let's rustle
Yeah.
something fun.
I am loving these little swirly 3D things. So
Okay,
let's-
we'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Fab.
Mhm.
So we're going to be talking about all things education, how George got into it, and a little bit about her journey to this point. So we'll roll the intro and then we'll get started. Welcome to Nails and Yap, the podcast where I do people's nails and we have a good old natter. I'm Laura, I'm a nail tech, and after years of hearing the funniest, deepest, and most random chats, I thought, why not turn it into a podcast? Whether you're a fellow nail tech, a client who loves a good catch-up, or someone who's just nosy about the beauty world, you're in the right place. So how did you get here? How did you get into nails, education? What was the journey?
So I've been doing nails now for, God, how long? It's like 8 years now. Which doesn't seem long, really. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's gone dead quick.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I went to uni. I was at uni doing a teaching degree. And honestly, I'm going to say the first term, I thought, what am I doing?
But you're like, this is not for me.
No. And when I was younger, I always like, oh, did you always want to work in a salon when you were young? It seemed like...
No, do you know what? Like, I actually didn't because I was a right little tomboy, so I was like, makeup, dresses, like, I'm going to be like a footballer or something. I wanted to be a detective. But I thought it was like, dressed up as like Inspector Morse and carry on like...
aspiration that. Or I used to be like, I'd be a dance teacher or a
Love that.
hairdresser. That's all.
Love
Like,
that.
I just wanted to like, and you know what? I didn't even grow up like. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really know anyone. My mum
That
used to
did
go get
it,
her
yeah.
brows done, but like that's it really. Like, but I don't know. It always seemed dead fun, and I remember like leaving school and being like, I want to do beauty at college.
I love
And
that.
at the time, everyone was like, no,
Where people judge you, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you won't like,
Yeah.
make money off it,
Like,
like it's,
you're not
you're not
it's a bit of a
clever,
cop-out.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I thought, okay. So then I ended up just working for a bit, and then at my family business, which I'm still working at now. But yeah, so I was at uni doing a teaching degree, and literally I hated it from the first term. I just thought, this is not what I want to do.
It's not
forever.
for me.
I don't want to work in a school. But then I stuck it out a little bit. Well, I stuck it out until I did all 3 years, even though I didn't want to.
Fair
In the
play.
second year, so I trained with my old nail technician. She'd started teaching, and I was like, you know what? I fancy doing that. And I thought it would be nice to do it alongside uni because it's not exactly what I want to do. So
Yeah, I love that.
I trained in everything. I did like gel, acrylic, literally everything. And honestly, from the day that I qualified, it's all I did. Like, I'm not even joking. I just sat in my little room
Yeah.
doing nails constantly. I was still at uni and I didn't even think about uni. So
Yeah,
when I was
it's
doing
not
my final year and I was interviewing for my PGCE, I just was like, this is not for me. Like, I was like, I just don't want to do this.
You just sat in interviews, you're like,
Yeah.
where do you see yourself in 5 years? You're like, not here. Not with you.
Yeah. Like, literally, like, it just wasn't for me at all. But I did finish it and graduated. So then, at this point, I was so busy, like, with clients. And that was it, really. I was full-time nails, and I just thought, like, when did this happen? At the beginning, like, education, like, it wasn't even a thought. I was just happy, like, sat doing nails all day.
Yeah.
Like, I thought, I would probably branch out into like a few other like beauty treatments, but it wasn't like
Yeah.
at the forefront of...
I think when you first get started as well, the idea of educating other people like sounds so scary because it's like, I don't know anything.
Yeah,
I'm new to
why
this.
would-
I'm a
yeah, like,
baby. Who am I to teach anyone?
Yeah, but then even from like I was still fairly new, maybe in like the first 2 years. People was messaging me that had also like recently trained, or like even if they hadn't, like they'd be like, oh, how are you doing that? Like, what for you is that?
You were just getting messages about your techniques anyway.
So like, why are they asking me? Do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, oh my god, what the hell? Like, I've got imposter syndrome. It was really weird. I would sit there recording myself doing something and just sending it to him on Instagram, like, oh, this is how I did it, like.
Oh my god, bless you.
Like, and I'd be like sending paragraphs and like linking all the products. I'd be like, this is exactly what I did. And then I thought one day, hang on a minute. Like, do you know what I mean? I was like,
why am I giving all my knowledge away for free?
Yeah, but not even that, because I didn't mind helping people, but it was more like they've paid someone else to teach them.
And they don't know what they should.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a bit different like with arty things, isn't it? Because I feel like I taught myself a lot of my art, like
nail art you kind of just have to pick up, don't you? I've had clients say before, like, how do you learn this? And I was like, you just kind of watch things on YouTube and TikTok and
literally YouTube,
like Insta. Like.
But I used to sit in my workroom all night practicing nail art. Like, that is how I did it.
You just have to start, don't you? With that.
So it was dead weird. So I feel like when I was getting more messages, I thought, and then it was COVID. You was working?
No, I haven't started yet. I trained in 22.
Oh, okay, so just
after. So I was after COVID because thank God I think I would have been so stressed.
No, it was honestly
panic.
Luckily, I had like the family business that I'd worked there before and like they needed the help, so I was like, right, okay, I can go back there while I can't do clients. But honestly, I thought at one point, like, I actually might never do nails again. Do you know what I mean?
Like beauty treatments for all.
I thought, right, like, okay, like I couldn't work at all. Like, luckily, at this point I was back at home. I had a little home studio. It was like, it got to a point when I was working in the house, I was like, I just feel like I'm at home constantly.
Yeah,
so
like, what's that thing called? Cabin fever.
Yeah, like literally, like, I
couldn't think of the words and I was like,
I was no help at all. It was just a bit too much, like being at home constantly. So I got this outbuilding, and I loved it in there. But I spent 2 years of COVID just in there, like doing online masterclasses and like painting press-ons. And it was in that time when I was doing all these little online classes and stuff, and I thought, if I'm going to do a teaching course, it's now. Like, I've got the time to actually sit and do the theory.
How did you sort of make that leap after COVID then? You were sort of like, I want to get out the cabin and...
Like, to be fair, like during COVID, like I was obviously doing like loads of classes and stuff, and I was thinking that, at this point I was thinking about the teaching route, and I thought I would like to do that as well. Like, I'm already kind of telling people on a regular basis like what I'm doing and like how I'm doing it, what I'm using, all this. I'm not joking, I think I just googled it. I was like, how do I become an educator? Because at the time, like, there was not really like all these forums and stuff, and like now there's like Bosch or Salon, things like that. Like, you can search a keyword in that and you can find pretty much anything you need
so much info, there's so much amazing help out there.
That's what I mean, whereas that wasn't really like that popular back then. And if it was, like, I wasn't
you weren't on it.
I was like just googling like, how do I do that? So I saw I needed an award in training and education, basically. Then there wasn't really any specific to nails. So my course that I did it's just like a training provider.
Right.
And I just did an online training education. Like, that is literally what it is. It's a level 3. I feel like, if anything, that helped me. It was because it was just a general course. It wasn't specific to nails. It was like, I had to kind of like make it suit my, do you know what I mean, like my industry. So if anything, I feel like that kind of taught me a bit as well, because I was like making it specific to nails. Like, all of I had to send them lesson plans. Like, I had to send them all sorts. Like, I had to do like video on myself teaching. Like, it was still COVID, so I had to use my mum as a student. So you can imagine how that went. Like, she's my nightmare client.
Yeah, all family are.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my god, like, we always have a joke now. I'm like, God, you're actually like, she's such hard work to do nails. And I thought, and now I've got a teacher to do them. I was like, this is just... She kept asking me loads of questions, and I remember the video could only be like 15 minutes, and she was asking me so many questions. I was like, Mum, you need to stop. Like, I know that's part of it, but you can ask me a few questions, but like, can we keep it to a minimum? I think she like got lost in... She actually thought she was actually learning.
She wants to become your nail tech.
I'm actually my assistant. Like, it was so funny. But so once I passed that, I literally was like, right, I spent so much time doing my manuals. I did like everything myself, really.
Yeah, because I've heard people where they get the qualification and then they end up like just going with the brand and just use theirs, but when you like, no, I want to do it myself, I want control over that.
So before, obviously now, like, I teach nail order, I only teach their extensions course. They
Yeah.
do have obviously like, they do the beginners gel, beginners builder, like they do all these courses. But at the time, to be honest, nail order, I don't even know if nail order were, the
It
extensions
might
were
not
really
be.
around.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm not sure what year.
I think it was fairly new, like once when I like started using their products.
Yeah.
I wanted my manuals to like say what I wanted to say, do you know what I mean? Like, so I've done my manuals myself, and I'm there like getting samples printed and seeing like how it comes out. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot. It was a lot of work. Like,
Yeah,
I was
is.
like,
Yeah.
I spent, honestly, I'm not even lying, it must have been about a year trying to like sort these manuals out, and I've done like basically I have like a course that teaches everything, so like obviously gel, builder gel, acrylic, and I'd made that manual, and then to make my obviously gel one, I kind of just removed the acrylic aspect of it, and so now I've got these copies of these manuals, and no one wants to learn acrylic. I'm like,
guys, where you are?
Yeah, like,
Come on, do you know how much effort I've put into this?
I was like, it was honestly, and do you know as time was going on, I kept thinking like, I could just pay someone to do this. But I was like, no, because
No.
I took all my pictures for my manuals myself.
Yeah.
I had my friend in, I'm like taking pictures step by step. I'm like,
I love that though, because you're putting like the
pictures.
effort in, and people will be able to tell
Yeah, like
when
these,
they train with you.
it's so funny now because I got like obviously bulk printed, and now they're not really the style of it like is so different to what I'm like what I'm like now. But I think the content is the same. Like nothing's changed in the sense of like what I'm actually teaching, but like the design, I'm like, I would love to change that design, but then I think I need to get rid of it.
Yeah,
like,
what's the point when you've got everything waiting, ready to go?
like it was at the beginning, it was a little bit like I did keep thinking like, this seems a lot of work, like is everyone doing this? It is much like obviously with nail art, like they give you everything.
Yeah.
They give you the manual, they give you all the teaching supplies, they give you the certificates, like even certificates, I had to design certificates for my own courses.
Yeah, of course.
But I think
there's so much that you wouldn't think about that goes into it, isn't it? Because like when you turn up to a training day, you just sit there and you do the manual and like it's all sorted. But of course you've had to take the pictures, get the models in. And
even like it's like the pricing, like obviously you want to give like your students, like I would only give my students what I use.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're not necessarily going to say that they're going to use that once they leave, like because you do build it up, don't you? Like your brands at the beginning, like you want to go for the cheap things when you're not making a big profit at the beginning.
I mean, I was the opposite. I was like, I want the best of the best, and I think because I had another job at the time, it helped. Because it wasn't like my only income, but there's definitely like mistakes I made as a beginner was like spending too much money and not treating it as a business, and I think I should probably have like reined it in a bit. I was like, come on now, you don't need every colour yet.
That's the thing, like, so I try and tell my students, like, I'm like, you don't need everything.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, get your basics, make sure that they're decent quality, like, it's even like your tools, like these.
My favourite are Starlex at the minute. I mean, I've never tried like any of the other more expensive brands, but I love Starlex. It just works. Like it's a good price. It works. I get 5 sets, 4 to 5, so that I don't have to clean them between clients. And then at the end of the day, I've got like a station up there, and I just do it all in one go. But I love them, and I'm like, you actually don't. I mean, I might eat my words when I ever try a 50 quid pair of scissors, but I'm like, you don't need to spend 50 quid on a pair of scissors, in my opinion, having not tried them.
So I use Lucy Pastorelli.
Yeah.
And they are
amazing.
Yeah, I do love them. Like, even like, just everything. I use all of their tools. I do have the Starlex, what's the little circle one?
The little loop tool thing.
Yeah, is it literally called a loop tool?
Yeah, I think so.
If I was just,
I think with that you do probably need to go a bit better, because I got some, I think it was like Amazon or Shein or somewhere. And I was like, oh, it can't be that much different. It's just a little loop thing. And they're literally bent now. I'm like, okay,
no, their loop tool
you do pay for what you get.
But it's like, you think that at the beginning, like, you don't need this. But I feel like the basics, if you're buying good quality, like, you're already on like you're setting yourself up,
definitely.
And then it is stuff like, I don't know, like the builders and stuff, I get, obviously all my students now will use nail order because that's what I use.
Do you reckon though, when you were just saying like how long it took you to do manuals, do you reckon people try and chat GPT in now?
Oh yeah, I literally use that thing for everything. Like, have you seen that TikTok of that girl that's like, what happens to having a think? Have you seen it?
No.
Have you not seen? Oh my god.
No.
It's so, she's literally like, what happens to having a think?
Like,
you just
literally
because you can just throw everything on. And I thought, it is so good for like, because obviously like, I got my mum to spell check my manuals.
Yeah.
Whereas now I could just upload it to that and be like, spell check this, like, is there anything I can add? Is there anything I've missed? Do you know what I mean? Which,
yeah, if you were no tech and you...
Yeah.
I think it would be meant for that. Like, I think if you tried to get it to write your whole manual, it'd be so wrong.
Yeah,
but, like, like, when you've done your manual, saying, like, if you were no tech, is there anything in this that you'd be confused by or that you wouldn't understand?
I use it for my other work. Like, I do it as my... When I'm sending, like, risk assessments and stuff, I'm like, have I missed anything on this? And it'll tell me. And I think,
so good, nice. I saw one and it said, you put into ChatGPT something about, based on the conversations you've had with me, give examples and tell me my best traits.
Right.
And on mine it was like, because I only ever use it for like content plans and the gym, it was like, you're very headstrong, you know what you want. It was like, for example, no burpees, no lunges, no... And I was like, hey,
very similar.
Stop calling me out. It was like, no cable machine. I was like, right, the gym just didn't have one in that area, right? The burpees and lunges are all me.
I don't want that, yeah.
I'm just too lazy for that.
I actually like doing burpees. I'm like, yeah. I actually am really
can't.
I mean, I'm not saying that like I've been to the gym last year, which I'm really lazy now. But
I mean, you have opened like a whole salon. Like,
honestly,
you're a busy girl.
That as well has just been absolutely mental. That was the thing as well, like moving from, you trained with me at the old studio, didn't you? Like, and that room, like I loved that little space. But then it was a struggle with my students. Like I couldn't, because I was sharing it as well. Like, can I share this space? But now I've got the 3 desks, they're set up like in a perfect way so that I can see everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just even things like that. Like,
yeah, because now is it easier to take on like more than one student at once and stuff?
Yeah, so I would only ever take 3 anyway. Like, unless I mean, that's for gel extensions. If I was doing, I mean, I would, depending on like how many people was like obviously inquiring, I would take more for beginners like gel and builder, because I feel like you can kind of like, I'll do it over a few days anyway, so I can kind of give them all like individual attention.
The attention that they need.
But I am a bit of a thingy for doing one-to-one, just because I don't like how many fast track things are out.
My first training I did was shocking, and like even on the day I came away and I was like, I think I'm gonna need to pay for more training.
I do think like even with getting accreditation, like I don't know, you don't have to be accredited, you don't have to get your course accredited, it just is better to get them accredited.
Well, if you don't, does that mean that then like people can't get insurance properly?
Yeah, you can't always, but then there's also like a lot of small companies that will accredit anyone.
Right,
which I
so
also
you've got to be careful, like...
Yeah, like you want it to be with someone that's like reputable, do you know what I mean? Because ABT do it, like Professional Beauty Directs do it, like there's these big companies that are insurance companies that will accredit you. So mine's with Professional Beauty, and you have to send them your whole manual. They actually sent mine back and he was like, so I put my contraindications and stuff in, but I've not done my contra actions. And obviously because I was doing it myself, I didn't have a...
You didn't have reference point, do you?
I didn't have anything to go off. I was kind of just going off my knowledge and what I think I would like to be taught, I mean, and what I think they need to know. And they sent it back and was like, you need to have a little contractions page.
See, that's interesting, because mine definitely didn't have that.
Yeah, so I was like, nice. Like, yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm like, okay.
My first training, honestly, it was absolutely shocking. It was just like this beauty school in Manchester. It was basically like, there was this one girl, and she wasn't like a native like English speaker, and she was struggling with the language barrier, and you could tell. And they went over to her at one point, and
was
it was
a student?
Yeah, student, and when she was doing like the pedicure, we were doing it on each other, and they said to her, you know, what step are you up to? And we had like this piece of paper, and it was like step 1 this, step 2 that. And she was like, I don't know. And they were like, have you done this? And she was like, I don't know. And then the partner with her had to say like, yeah, you've done my cuticles, you're up to this bitch. And then like at the end, they were saying, you know, when they ask questions to check you know it, she like was like, I don't know, and they still passed her. And I was thinking, she obviously needs to go somewhere where there's a translator and there's not that language barrier, because I don't think it was anything to do with her.
Or
it was
even
just
in college, like, like a school like that where they're teaching multiple people at one time, you would think they would have someone or like a
it's like a question you should ask up front, maybe like, do you speak English, or are you going to need more help? Because she came away from this course and there's no way that she could have put that into practice properly. But they couldn't have been confident that she was able to do it, but they still passed her. And it's like,
like when I was teaching at the old place, I used to like ask if it was someone that I didn't know, or like completely new, like they are strangers, like you have to ask these questions. Like my old studio was obviously upstairs, and I'm like, do you have any like needs, like because obviously we're on the first floor, like,
of course.
I think things like that, like, and even I think when you go into like these, like say schools or like academies, whatever, that are teaching multiple people at one time, like, not one of those people
there was
have
like
the
8
same
people on the course kind of thing.
You're all going to learn completely different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to have the same learning style. And I think
how do you
does
make
that-
sure everyone
yeah.
gets what
So
they
for me,
need?
like I would never offer a class of that big on like, I mean, I've thought about doing some like nail art.
I think
classes.
nail art you could, because
Yeah.
that's just like, you already trained, you've got
Yeah,
your
you
basics,
just
but I think if
learn
you're
it,
teaching
yeah.
someone like skills, and it's safety as well, you
Yeah,
need to
that's
make sure
it.
they're going to go away and practice safely, and how do you know that if like...
Especially going like on a beginner's course
Yeah.
like that one, it's like, that's like the main, that is like the foundation of
everything
Yeah.
that they're going to do after that.
And I think, and now like with all the stuff that's going on, like with like obviously like the allergies and like all this and like everyone, the artist industry is like always like under some kind of
Yeah.
criticism, isn't it? Like, and I
Yeah.
just think as long as your foundations are solid, like those come after. Like I've even seen recently like people doing these like 1 day courses, and I don't think I could teach my course in 1 day.
No.
Like my manual's
It's not
like
enough, is
50
it?
pages. Most of it is theory.
Yeah.
Like the practical comes after. Like
Yeah, honestly, my first one, I think it was either 1 day or two. No, it was split over 2 days. One part was mani-pedi and the other part was gel extensions, which I thought was going to be, you know, like build a gel with forms,
yeah.
but it actually wasn't. It was like put on a tip and use hard gel. So that's how I accidentally trained in hard gel, which is great when it then started becoming popular a couple of years later. I was like, ah.
Yeah, I actually qualified.
Yeah, I don't need to like get a new qualification, but yeah, I went away and then I was like, right, I need to do a proper builder gel course. I need to do like my EFAL, I need this, I need that, because I was just like, I didn't feel equipped enough. But if I hadn't gone away and done loads of research and like educate myself, there'd be so much I'd be doing wrong without realising.
Like, there's no way that like they was watching, like was the
No.
one educator
One educator.
like watching all of you at one time.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
how can they know that you're doing it safely? Like it's actually like that's why you're like.
And we didn't even get taught like, here's how you hold a file. Like, here's how to properly file nails.
Which is something like now you would think would just, when you pick up
Yeah.
a file, you think that you just pick up a file.
Yeah.
Whereas someone that's never done it, you forget like that's.
I still see now on TikTok like people saying like, here's the best way to file this shit, and I'm like, interesting. 'Cause I
Yeah.
thought,
Oh, yeah.
no one's officially taught me
That's
that.
what I mean.
I'm
I'm
like,
learning.
trying
Yeah, I'm learning every day. Me, I think
Yeah.
I see something, I think that's a good idea.
It is mad like how, so I'm in a group with like other nail techs, it's like a WhatsApp group thing, and someone was saying the other day that they were speaking to someone and they were like wanting to train with them or something, and they said like I already know everything, I just need the qualification, like the certificate, and it's like no one knows everything, no matter how amazing you are. Like even the people who I look up to in the industry that are, I'm like, they could not possibly need to learn anything else. They'll have something that they're like, I want to get better at that.
Yeah, like literally, like I've done like online courses with people like obviously like that are like quite influential in the nail industry, and even when I'm watching like, and that's all online, which I get for things like that. Like for me, like I already like I know, like I semi-know what, do you know what I mean? I don't know everything, but I know what I'm doing. I wanted to just see
want
what
to
they do.
upskill,
Yeah,
like,
I wanted to like see what they do and like see how they do certain things.
Well,
And
yeah,
it's
because there'll be
nothing-
some stuff with them where it's like, oh, I like the way they did that
Yeah,
better, but I
like the
prefer my
product.
method of this. So it's like, it's
Yeah.
tweaking your thing as you go
That's
along
what
then,
I
isn't
mean.
it? Rather than learning from
And
scratch.
even that, like, I like doing that because I like to know like what other people are doing, whether like I'm doing the same or like what I'm doing, what I could do better, or like even like I don't know, just like confirming that what I'm teaching
is right, yeah.
Like I don't know, obviously there's like no, they say like there's no right way, like there's obviously if you're doing it safely.
Yeah, there's
like,
no right mode, it's
like,
just preference, isn't
yeah,
it?
people do things differently, but it is like, that's what I'm saying, like it's so saturated now, there's a lot of new educators coming through that sometimes I'm just like they're teaching French tips on day one, but then you see in the pictures that the students have done, and obviously like no like I'm not shaming the students, but the builder application isn't great, or it's on the skin, and I think
that's one thing I wish I'd focused on more, was like my builder gel, my like structure, before I started messing around with nail art or anything else. The thing is, I saw people say like, if you're a beginner, get your base down first, and I'm like, yeah, good advice, but like I want to do nail art, like like, and my clients were asking for it, so you want to do it, but like last night I was clearing out my phone storage, some of the pictures initially, I'm like, the nail art's shocking anyway, but I'm like, that structure's so off, like it's just,
like at the time you think it's good, like
oh yeah, I thought I was meant,
like I look back now and I'm like, God, like,
and that's why I think like you can never get too cocky, because like I thought I was like smashing it, then I was like, wow, I've been, and don't get me wrong, like I was doing well, but like there was so much to learn, so now I could never sit here and be like, yeah, I know everything, because it's like, we don't, and you thought you were really good back then, and now you're like, oh,
so you're gonna look back now,
so yeah, you're gonna be like, why was I doing it like that?
No, it is, It is, but then I just think that's more on the educator though, I would say, rather than the actual student, because they're brand new to it. Like, they're just excited to be like, oh my god, I've done a French nail. As an educator's, like, from my point of view, I just think focus on the basics first, like, especially on day one. Like, if you're only doing a 1 day course, and the next day they're coming back to do their assessment, and you're doing French room, but the builder's not right, it's too thick, like the cuticle prep, like the prep isn't great, like there's more important things to be doing than a French.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that comes later.
And it's also safety, isn't it? Like if your builder gel's on too thick and then it's not curing properly, it's like that's an actual issue. Whereas like if your French isn't perfect on day one, like, or you don't even learn it, like that's fine, because you can learn that in 6 months' time, you can learn it in a month's time, you can learn it in a few days' time, like whenever you're ready you can learn a French. But like if your builder's going to cause issues for people,
so my beginners courses are like, I won't say open-ended because they're not, but like I say like 2 to 3 days, because I'm like, it might go into that, we might need the 3rd day that we usually would do assessment.
See, I love that you're like, when you're ready I'll pass you, rather than like I'll just pass you because you've been here for a day.
No, like I would never just give someone, and I always think this because I've spoke to like other educators about it, it's like, how do you go about like, I don't want to say failing people, but like not passing people, because if they're not, like, if you think about it, like they're kind of representing me as well, like as an educator.
Yeah, of course, because if someone comments on their social and it's like, oh, who did you train with, like it's your name getting thrown about, isn't it?
Or even like, obviously now, like you've seen like all over, like people are getting videos recorded and posted shaming the
you don't want your name attached to
imagine if like they posted one of your students and they're like, what the hell is this? Like obviously like they're never going to be perfect, there's always something, but I just think as long as the foundations
as long as, I suppose it's if you feel like they can, like confident that they can go in and do a safe like treatment well.
And I asked them as well, I'm like, how do you feel? And like as well, when I trained, so like I had to do, I think I did 20, because I did acrylic as well, I had to do 20 models. And I had to do a portfolio, and I think I agree with that. How can you say that someone, fair enough, they're sat in your chair on that day and they might do a couple of nails like decent, that's on them either themselves or each other, like. Yeah,
because people have such different nail types, don't they? And
like that's not real life, like it's not real life.
No, it's not.
But it's not. Everyone's nails are so different, and like obviously everyone thinks that you can just get these like Instagram perfect clients, which isn't,
it's not realistic, is it? Like you're really gonna have people with super strong. Do you know what account I love? Have you seen it? It's called All Nails Welcome on Instagram.
I don't know.
And they basically, like, you can put the hashtag on and they'll repost your pictures. I don't know how often they actually. Sorry, there's a fly that's really bugging me.
How's he got in?
Get out the shop. I know the front door's locked. Where did you come from? And you can like tag the. Oh, it's on the window. I'm gonna bash it.
You're in the video.
Swear if it's like flying across the camera on them. But yeah, you can like hashtag them. I don't know how active they are, but they used to be quite active. And they'll post loads of people's like actual nails. So it's really good inspo for like clients as well, because you know sometimes clients come in and they've got like AI inspo.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not even real. That's not real. So do you remember your first course?
Luckily, I knew her, so it was a little bit, I feel like that took a little bit of pressure off. Like if it was a complete stranger, I probably would have been like, no, I don't think I can do this. But because I knew her a bit, it was nice. Like it was kind of like this, like it was just kind of casual, which I do like. I'm nervous, so I'm like, they're actually probably more nervous than me because they don't know what they're doing. But honestly, for like the first few minutes, I was like, oh. But then as soon as we started, it was absolutely fine.
Just settled into it.
Yeah, it was. She actually couldn't have been a better first student. Like she was amazing. She was so good as well. Like she literally just took to it like so easily.
Do you find that some people do like naturally have more of a gift than others?
Yeah. So I'm really lucky to be like I've not really had a student that's really not took to it.
Yeah.
And you know what, they're all like so good. Like I see my students now, like all the work and like even like you like the
like
extensions. Yeah, like there's a few of my nail order students that post in the group. Like they'll post the sets in the group and I'm like, oh my God, love it.
Love it.
Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, it's so good.
Yeah,
but it is. I think it's weird with the teaching techs that are already qualified. I would say it's harder. They're already, especially when they've been doing it for a few years, they've already got a routine.
Yeah.
So trying to change that or like add something to it or take something out is harder than teaching someone from this. I feel like it's all, I'm a bit of a, because of my other job as well, like I do like health and safety on, I do overdo it a little bit on the health and safety side, like with the masks. Compared to other techs or like educators, it would seem a bit like, God, like this is a lot of things.
No, but I think it's better to be like over cautious. Yeah, oh my God, like in my initial course there was absolutely nothing on wearing a mask. like a dust extractor. I mean, mine broke, so I don't actually need to get a new one. But there's nothing on like a dust extractor, wearing gloves, wearing a mask, like just anything. And it's like, oh, it is really important to protect yourself, even down to like the desk, your chair, like where I try and wear long sleeves where I can, just so because I always blow up on the desk, so that I don't like rub my skin in it. But
it's like that like overexposure to like I feel like people. You're thinking about it from your clients, how they are, but you never think about yourself. Like, so I'm changing a bit of my online, so I have an online thing as well with my courses. There'll be before they start the practical, there's a whole online thing that they have to do.
Oh, cool.
Just because obviously it's a lot of stuff to go through in the time that you've got with them. Yeah. And obviously I would do a week-long course if I could, at the time.
If people could afford to do it.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Like, with the price that you see, I'm seeing like these one-day courses and they're what, like £200?
Yeah.
And I think, for one, like, my kit is more than that. What I would buy my student is, if not nearly double that.
What is in your kit? Is it like, if you were doing like a beginner course, is it like lamp and everything?
Yeah, literally everything you would, like, I always say to my students, like, you literally have everything in your kit that you could literally go home and you could offer a certain few things that I would say, like, oh, you could do with this. For example, like your couch roll. Do you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that. Like, I will give them a little list of, like, this is what I have that's not in your kit, but you could do a set without it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you don't need it.
Yeah, like they literally have everything they need. Like, you see sometimes like these one day, or like even like no kit. I just think that's like kind of they're going into it a little bit blindly. Like, I feel like I want to give my students everything. I know it's not always like feasible, or like they might not like what I use. Yeah. I trained when I was, this was like years ago. I trained with Xtensions. Do you know that? Such a good brand.
Is it?
Yeah, amazing, really high quality. And I actually was looking at it recently because I was like, I want to be like, I'm not a one brand girl, mate.
No, I'm not. I tried to be for a bit, but
same.
I'm just I just think like, as long as your lamp's compatible with the brand, and I always check that.
That is
like,
important,
I just want to make sure that I'm choosing the best product for the client.
That's what I mean. You've got to have options. Like, not everyone suits
every product.
Yeah.
Like, and like, even just with one brand, like, they might have a hard gel, they might have a like your builders, and then, you know, extensions, whatever, or I don't know, acrylic, I guess, but I don't train it, do I? So I'll never have to think about that.
Yeah, I'll be like that next year.
Yeah. But
acrylic masterclass.
Yeah, I know, honestly. I would love to learn acrylic and do it, but it's the idea of being so bad at it. Like, I don't think I can put myself back there of being such a beginner and being like, oh my god, it's awful, I'm gonna have to charge like £10 for that because
it's so nice to do. Like, honestly,
I know.
Once you do it, all it is it's getting the bead.
Yeah, I think it's like the consistency in it. Like,
At first you're like, what? It's like dripping everywhere. Like, I remember doing it and being like,
the panic of the time limit. Because that's the thing. Like, I always say, I'm so glad that like I'm not a nail tech in the time when you have to use real nail varnish. Because you imagine it starts drying.
I've never.
And you're like, it's drying. Like, we're up against time, and I think with acrylic, that's what scares me as well. Like,
I would never.
I don't think. Does anyone offer it now? Surely not. Surely there's no clients.
I did see. It might have even been in the Boshy salon thing. Someone had complained that that the nail varnish had chipped after 2 days. I thought, no,
it's
nail varnish.
It's nail varnish, yeah.
You know what I
mean, I have seen people say like, oh, like one of the girls who, the girl who owns the salon here, she used to be a nail tech and like do a bit of everything with beauty, and she would say, she said that like when she started it was like all real nail varnish, and she said you could get like a week out of it. I was like, that's really skilled. I'm like, can you do
it's good for nail varnish, but also a week. Like, imagine someone coming back.
Yeah, after a week you're like,
my nails were.
Yeah, because now I feel like it's like 3 to 4 weeks and I get a proper life update and I'm like, so fill me in. What happened? How did the day go? How was your holiday? But I was imagining a week, you're like, what have you done? Like, worked and slept. Like, nothing.
It's even like you, like when you came to me to train in this, like, we was talking about you getting married next year.
Yeah. And now it's
literally like
5 weeks.
Yeah. Like, how mad is it? Like, time just goes so fast, and like, it is like, that's what I do love as well about my students, like seeing what they do after. Do you know what I mean? Like, the bet, or like creating a little Instagram page. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, when someone's not got one and then they
make the first Instagram page and like, I need a business name. I'm like, oh, I love this bit.
So I'm thinking what you want to call it.
Yeah. And there's honestly like, I feel like there's so many things that you could teach them. Like, obviously like now there's like all these things that are teaching even like the business side and like, but
yeah, because that's
you
the
get
thing.
what
You
you pay
obviously
for,
you
do you know
can
what I mean?
you can train in like just the nails, can't you? But
Yeah.
there is obviously like then the rest of it, and it's
Yeah.
like, do you think you'd ever go into teaching like that sort of thing, like social media business side, or do you think you'd stick to practical like?
You could teach social. I feel like you would be good at teaching social media. I'd have to come to your class for the social media. I'm not very like. I will post and like I try and stay on top of it as much as I can, but I've not got like a specific. Like I don't have like a specific thing that I do. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not very routine with it. I'm just kind of.
I was really on it at the back end of last year, and I was like on it. Even over Christmas, I was so proud of myself, kept up with it, and then this year it's like dived off a hill.
I think the business side I definitely would, because like, and even like I thought about like even opening the salon, like that was honestly one of the maddest things ever.
So how do you stand out when there's so many like other educators out there? Like how do you push your courses? How do you stand out?
I am so bad for advertising. Like I'm not
You're like,
joking.
I would like to learn that too.
Yeah, like literally, like I need to learn. I need to go on a class for that. To be honest, like I'm saying, like it is quite hard because there's so honestly like around near me, like there is a lot of educators. It's hard with the pricing, I think, because a lot of people will literally charge nothing, and I think how are you making any money from that? I feel like that's completely defeating the object of like we're trying to like make it like people are paying like you're making your worth. Do you know what I mean? Like it's.
Yeah, there's so much out there at the minute, isn't there, about like charge your worth, it needs to be a proper job, not just a side hobby.
But then if the educators are charging 200 quid for a 2-day course, I think, and people are going to go for that.
Yeah, of course they are.
But then I think these are like the people that then will message me and be like,
I didn't learn this,
how do you do that? Do you know what I mean? Or like, I don't know, like.
Do you find it's hard to strike that balance between I want to help people out just because I'm a friendly person and no, you actually need to like come and do training?
Yeah. It is quite hard because I was like I said, like I will literally reply to anyone and be like, like this is what I've used, like I've done it, blah blah blah, and I will tell anyone. Like I'm not gay. I will literally tell them anything. But then I think you can kind of tell sometimes the people that are kind of like pushing it a little bit.
I think it's so hard because like I follow a few girls who have always done like amazing TikTok content and it's really educational. And they've done so well through it and obviously built a big following that now they're able to release their own courses. Yeah. But then obviously you can see in the comments sometimes where people will be like, oh, how do you do this so well? And they kind of have to be like, if you go on my course, it's in my course. But then I've seen other people comment and be like, oh, they always gatekeep now. And it's like, oh, where's the balance between gatekeeping and like my knowledge is worth
money? That's what I mean. They need like that's the whole point of it. Like they've got that, they've done their training. Like I'm presuming they've done like some kind of like training abroad. Like you do have to like if they're trying to make a living from it, like you do.
They can't just give everything away for free.
Tell everyone everything, can you? Like, because then what's the point? Like,
I think it's so tricky, isn't it? Because like there is such a focus in the industry at the minute on like improving education standards in the UK. Which definitely does need to happen, but it's that's like good education isn't going to be cheap, is it? And then you are if you
I feel like my course as well was like really reasonable price for like back then, but like now even now, like I wouldn't probably charge that much for one of my courses, but I think I probably should.
Yeah.
But it's like no one's going to pay it when they can go down the road and pay £200 for the same, well not for the same course, but for the same qualification.
Yeah.
Do you know, like they're still getting a certificate.
I suppose that's the thing though, isn't it? It's teaching people like you might have the same certificate at the end, you might be able to get your insurance and go and practice nails, but your knowledge isn't going to be, you're going to spend more in the long run.
Well, yeah.
Like my course was like quite cheap that I did, and like I said, it was shite. And I've had to go and spend loads more money than if I'd have just invested in a good one up front.
I feel like if you're like that is one thing, like if you're investing in yourself and it's something like that, like it doesn't, you're always gonna like make it back, aren't you? Like
So in terms of like mistakes, do you reckon there's anything you did early on in your education journey that like was maybe not a mistake, maybe like more of a learning curve that you wish you'd do differently, or like advice you'd give to yourself again, or are you kind of like,
honestly
I'd do the same journey again?
It's been a bit of a roller coaster, but like I think I'm still like learning. Like I'm not joking. Like because I'm still working so much, and I've got so many clients. Like I'm at like capacity with clients now. Like the teaching is on the side for me. It's not, and I don't think it ever will be like my main.
Yeah.
Because as well, you see this as well. Like people will go into teaching and then they're not doing clients.
Yeah.
And I think how are you staying relevant
Yeah.
Because things are changing that quick in this industry. Like, how are you keeping up to date with real life?
No, I think that's so good because as well, like, when it comes to like when I said before about how do you stand out, it's sort of like people see your work and then it's like, oh, by the way, I educate as well. And it's like that's how you stand out, isn't it? Like, oh yeah, I want to train with you.
Yeah, and I do think sometimes some of my students think that because I do like nail art and like, do you know what I mean? I think they think they're gonna come in and be like, yeah, I'm gonna learn some 3D.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas I'm like, no.
You're like, no girl, like, we're doing the builder gel right now.
Like you're doing a nude plane set, and I'm gonna see that before anything.
Yeah, I want to check that.
And I even say to them, like, I'm like, right, if we get to like say the second or third day and you're smashing it, like, yeah, we'll spend a couple of hours in the afternoon having a look at some designs or like,
if we've
and
got
I will
time
always
for
include that, like if we've got it, and if they're at that point where I think, right, I could probably teach them a cute French tip or like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I suppose it varies student by student, doesn't it?
Yeah, literally every single one is different. Like I said, like my first one was literally, she picked it up amazing. Like she was so good. And, like,
I love that.
I was like, wow, like even when she was posting, I thought, my students are gonna be like, they're better than me. I'm like, oh my God. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, how do you like? And you actually see that, like quite a lot.
Yeah.
Like I think the students are better than, I think so what, like.
Yeah. Do you reckon there's an element of ego that you have to like just let go of, and it's
yeah,
like,
it is quite hard because again, like it's like the self-doubt thing. I think why would they choose me when they're actually, especially like with this, like why would someone come to me when they're actually better than me? Like their nail art is unreal. Like why would they come to me? I think like.
But then they wouldn't be there, would they? If like.
Yeah, and I think there's a reason.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
because you've got a skill that they haven't.
Yeah, and it's so weird. Like you do have to like remind yourself sometimes. Like
imposter syndrome, though, it's come up like I think in every podcast episode so far. Like it's just so big in this industry, and I think it's because I think if you like your day-to-day job. And you were saying before, like, I do risk assessments. Like, you're not seeing how another company does it all the time on social media and thinking, like, her risk assessment's well better than mine. Like, oh my God. Look at the paragraphs on that risk assessment. Like, I love that font. Like, oh my God, the detail is so next level. But, like, when you're a nail tech, you constantly see what everyone else is doing and the best of what they're doing. That's
the thing, it's highlights, isn't it? They're putting on the best work all the time. And it's like, even like with like a lot of like the content creators now, like you can't really call them nail techs, can you? Like they have like 2 clients, if that. And them 2 clients are their models. So like they picked a client that have got the perfect nail beds, got dead soft, gorgeous hands. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it's not, like again, like getting back like round to like it is like quite disheartening. And like you're looking at it and you're thinking, God, I've not got any content to post, like. So all my clients' nails this week have been
the same, or like they've been like
had a nice curl.
Yeah, everyone's had the same thing. Or I get it like my camera is so bad at the minute. I think I kind of need to just get a new phone and accept it. But I'm like, none of the pictures look good. Like the actual photographs look terrible. The lighting's off. Like I just can't post. And then you're like, oh, I'm not posting. And then you get into like a hole with it, don't you? But
even that, like taking pictures, like that's part of like I include that in the training.
Yeah.
And it's like, how mad is that like I'm teaching you how to take pictures, like you've had a phone for like
and
I'm like, and it's just like the line of light on your nails, like even stuff like that, like there's so many things that you could go on forever, like how
there's so much
8
to learn
years of like experience and I'm like thinking as I'm going along, I'm like, oh my God, like I do this, like and it's like, God, I'm sorry, like I'm like absolutely like bombarding you, but and I always say to my students, like, you can literally message me, like, if you've got any questions or, like...
Yeah, because I messaged you after I'd done my course. I can't remember what it was, but I was like, was it pricing? Oh, no, it was with the infills when I was like, how do you work out your timings? Because obviously the fresh set is different. Do you charge the same? Do you charge it, like, how do you work that out? And you were like, yeah, do it like this.
Yeah, like,
I was like, okay, cool.
Like, I mean, obviously, like, I'm just telling my way, like...
This is how I do it, but I was like, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
just copy that.
It is just like, I think it is just an experience thing, and like, I just think I like that everyone, they can just message me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think I don't...
Yeah. Well, yeah, because like you were saying before, some educators, especially if they do like online courses and they sell a lot of them, you get the access for this long and then it's shut off, and then if you want anything else, you've got to pay extra to extend it, and it's like, obviously I get it, like they've got to earn a living and there's got to have boundaries, like we talk all day about having boundaries as a tech with clients, so they've got to do the same, but you also don't want to feel like you're paying loads for a course and then they're like, right, don't talk to me ever again. Like, I've had your money, bye.
Like, that's what I mean, like people are buying into these things you see on like Instagram and like TikTok or whatever, like they've got loads of followers, they think that is like, that their training is going to be worthwhile because but it's not always the case. Like like I've done it, like I've bought courses that I've just thought
wasn't actually worth.
like.
So if you had to give any advice for yourself starting out, what would you say to
me,
Georgia of 5 years ago?
The COVID Georgia.
The COVID Georgia.
Honestly, I would just say be confident in myself, to be honest, because I remember when I first qualified, and I'd done these little adverts in my courses, and I was honestly like, I can't post it. I was like, I actually can.
Yeah.
Because then someone's gonna want to book in, and then I'm gonna have to actually teach.
Yeah, like I want to do it, but like,
yeah, like it was so scary. But then I just think like nothing but good things have come from that. Do you know what I mean? So I just think, why was I like so?
It's the same with anything new though, isn't it?
Yeah, like it is scary.
I'm very much like, I don't really think about things, I'm just impulsive, so I dive straight in. So I was like, I'm going to start a podcast. Like I was thinking about it for a while, but I was like, got nothing to say. And then I like had the idea and I was like, cool. And I remember I was driving from like a meal with my friends half an hour away home. And I was like, no, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do the podcast. What can I call it? And then I was like, oh, Nails and Yap. And then I was like, what colour should I do the brand? And then before I knew it, I got home, I was like, don't talk to me. I'm like writing all my ideas down. I was like, right, I've got the colours. I designed like the first iteration of the logo, which like then got a few tweaks.
You should actually do a branding course.
I know, do you know what? Well, it's what I used to do for a job. So I would love to.
Oh, that's so relevant.
Yeah. I'd love to do like years down the line when I've done like way more training in nails, get a job at like a college, but like one that wants to like update the nail, like start a nail course and do like, because when I think of beauty college, I think of like outdated, like
it's so bad.
Not in an ageist way, but older trainers that have been out of the industry for a long time, so they're not up to date with current techniques.
Even the brands that they're using.
But I would absolutely love to get my hands on like a college and be like, I'm gonna obviously not yet, I'm nowhere near experienced enough, but in like 10-15 years time and be like, right, this is what I'm doing. I want to do the course, I want to teach the branding side of it and social media and like incorporate the whole thing.
I've done the branding course, I need that. Like literally, like it's just, there is so many like different like aspects to like doing this job, especially like as being self-employed. Like you are a business owner, like you are doing nails, but there's so many things that like get overlooked and like you don't realise a part of it.
I was so scared at first to do like taxes, but then I just got an accountant and it's steady, you know.
Literally.
And do you ever feel that there is a competition within the educator world, or are you sort of not really like, are you? I wouldn't
get like caught up on it, but I feel like there definitely is. Again, like the different prices, the different layouts. Like if they're doing a 1 day course and it's a few £100, people are going to do that because they want to be qualified that day. Like they want a quick.
It's appealing, innit? A little quick fix.
Yeah, like, and whereas that's just not my style. I didn't bang it, I promise.
One of them clients.
It's because of London. I've not had this for a few
I know, you do. You have to like relearn how to use your hands.
Really short, or you? I think it is hard now because there's so many different courses out there, and like these online ones, like they are easy to do. Like you can do it in your own time. Like you don't have to actually. You're not kind of. There's not as much pressure on you, is there? Like you're kind of doing it yourself.
I'd much prefer to do like one-to-ones because you're in it, you're doing it, you can ask the questions. Like
some people don't have the confidence.
I struggle enough to like have the energy to go on and make my tea properly. It's like if I've got an online thing that I've got access to for 6 months, like it will get done in the last month. So like, even though I've paid for it, I'm like it will not get done because it's like it's another thing on the list. Whereas if I've got a like, especially for like a masterclass or something, if I've got a one-to-one and I've got like a day set aside to upskill in something, it's done then, isn't it? You can just go and do it, and I much prefer that.
I would prefer that, but it is like a confidence thing. I think like some people aren't that confident, are they? And I think that's why like with my courses, I like to keep them quite casual and comfortable. So I think I don't want them to come in and be like absolutely bricking it, like thinking, oh my god, like I've got no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like I would rather.
I love this colour.
Look at them.
I really want them to do. I doubt nail order listens to this, but if you are. I really want them to do matching builder gel and gel colours so that, you know, if you're doing a set of builder gel and then someone's broke one and I want to extend with an extension, and it's fine if they're having like a plain black set or like a colour, but if they're having like a French, I'm like, I want to be able to extend one to fix it and put the same colour without it being the consistency of builder gel. And like, I want matching duos. I literally will put like a tinted tip on. Do you have them tinted tips? No, do you know what? They've stopped in stocking them, aren't they? Well, yeah, but I love the I remember you telling me in the course you were like, get them.
I'm saying, like, not for everyone. Like they were good for a French base, but trying to colour match that.
Yeah.
I spent them like there about 20 minutes trying to like colour match his one finger. I'm like, right, we'll have a little bit of a peachy nude. Like mixing all these colours to make a perfect shade.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I think that's why I never bought them, because I like the idea of them, but it's for when it comes to infill time, I'm like, what do you actually do though?
It's so mad as well actually with nail order. Like I was using them, I think I started using them in like 22.
Yeah.
It was another lockdown did a lot for me.
Yeah.
Like even when I was working full time, I didn't have a lot of time to myself. I spent every night, because I weren't doing clients, just messing about with products. Like I was literally like doing all sorts of classes and like nail. I was doing 3D. I was like, I think that was like one of the things I just like spend.
How did you get into the training with nail order then, with the extensions? Did you know you wanted to do it with them specifically?
Well, no, I'd literally like I started using their brand after lockdown, because I'd done some, obviously at the time, like gel bottle, I think it was, or was it a
yeah, there's that Après.
I don't know how you say it. So their brand was like a bit of a thing then, and it was like the only kind of brand I think that was doing
like
these
full
kind
colour
of
tips.
full colour tips, and like everyone was posting them. It was like quite American. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I kept seeing them in America.
And I thought, I'm gonna give that a whirl on myself.
Totally.
So I got some of the tips, and I did it on myself in lockdown, and then I was like, right, to my mates, I was like, I'm doing these on you, like I want to try them. And I just was like, oh my god, I'm absolutely obsessed. And I started actually looking then for a brand that was like UK based. I thought, I'm not buying, it's quite expensive then.
Yeah, and if you have to pay
and
like
the whole system,
import
I
and
thought,
like...
yeah. So then I found nail order, and I was like, oh my god, absolutely loved her. I was literally focusing on everyone. I was like, right, I'm not doing acrylic anymore, even though I did. And I still do it now. But I was like, these are the future, like, I'm doing this. I think I started using nail order in like 22, I think it was. Honestly, I'm talking like every single post I was putting on. I was like, nail order, extensions. I loved how like seamlessly looked, and like they were just going on so good. Like
I am obsessed with them on myself. Like I've not done builder on myself since I've trained in these.
When you're like, so like if you're rushing or like you want to just do a quick set on yourself, how good are they? Like
and with your left hand, like not messing with wet product, like you have to put your bead on and go like that, and it's like I can do that with my left hand.
These are real. Honestly, a godsend.
It's doable.
So I think did they message me? They used to message me like they're really good at that nail order. Like that's one thing.
They're really good with community, aren't they?
Yeah, honestly, the actual whole business and like the girls that work there are so nice.
Yeah,
like,
I love them.
They actually reply to your stories. Like I've used brands for years.
Just the something from me.
I've used brands for like years that don't
acknowledge you as a nail tech. They're like,
but they're sharing like these self-taught nail artists. I think it's a bit of a kick in the teeth, like really. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I'm promoting you for free.
Yeah, because I use nail order and I use Honor, and both of those brands, I just love how much they're about community. Like they really champion the techs that use their brand, and I'm like, I love that. It's not just about followers.
That's like literally it. It's like obviously nail order have grown like massive over the last few years. But when they put a post on about educators, and I thought, I'm gonna do it. I was like, I feel like I love the extensions. I was like, I'm gonna. So I think I inquired or I replied to the story. I'm doing just a thumb.
Yeah, please.
Just a slide. I replied to the story like, yeah, I think I want to do this. And they emailed me and was like, are you still interested in like being an educator? And I was like, yeah. I remember I was like, yeah, okay, let's why not? Let's give it a whirl. Yeah. So.
Was it one of them like you did it on a bit of a whim and you were like, they've actually emailed me about it. I've actually got to like do this now.
It was so mad. And to be honest, I actually was doing it, so I was like, I think, and because it was like a bit of an upskill thing as well, it was quite new to me because my courses were beginners, and I thought, I've never thought about teaching nail tech. So I was like, okay, yeah. So I ended up they sent me like I had to do an educated assessment. Mm-hmm. I had to send videos myself doing that again. That's
good then, so they've not just gone, you've got...
No, I have to do like a theory assessment. I have to do a video of me applying. And then since then, like, obviously at first, like, this is one of the things where with like the upskill things, you can do the course online. Yeah. So I think some techs, like, are happy to do that. I like probably would be happy to do that with some things. Yeah. Right? But then I think of it now, like it's more of a networking thing for me. Yeah. Like I would rather go out and meet people.
Yeah, I love networking now. Like, it used to terrify me, like meeting the idea of meeting other
yeah.
nail techs, and now I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I like chatting about what we all do now. Like,
well, it's because like you've obviously got the girls in the salon, but like you don't always full hand please. You don't always have that like exact same, like if you work in a salon and there's one nail tech, one hairdresser, one lash girl, like one brow tech, like you're all doing such different things. You've not got that community off you to sort of bounce off. So it is so nice when you've got like other nail techs and you can be like, by the way.
It is, yeah. So I just, and then I think, was it last year? I think it was the year before. They did an Educator's Day up at the
Did they?
place, yeah. And it was so nice to meet everyone. Because I feel like when I first started, there was only about 5, I think there might have been about 5 educators.
Yeah.
They had the ones up in Glasgow where they're based. I was the northwest one. Like, there was one down south. Like, it was kind of just like dotted around the country. Whereas now we've got like, there's quite a few. Like, I know the closest one to me is like, I think Salford way.
Yeah.
And then I'm obviously like east.
See, that must be new because I remember when I looked, you were like Manchester.
Yeah. So like, there's a few now. And to be fair, like, it's fine. Like, I think we all have different like followers. Like, it's so weird. Like, a lot of my students from Stockport. I'm like, oh,
it's easy though. Stockport to Ashton.
Yeah, like, it's literally like
just
junction.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all these Stockport techs, like,
yoo-hoo.
Yeah, it's really cute.
I know, I really want to get some more Stockport techs on the podcast. I'm like, come on, you're round the corner. Coming up through and chat and get your nails done. So many. I've messaged a few who said like, not yet. I think it's like, it is quite scary, isn't it, for someone to be like, do you want to
know what,
this
is actually thinking for me as well. Like, when you messaged me, I was like, I actually said to the girls at the shop, I was like, oh my god, I was like, one of my students has asked me to go on a podcast, and I was like, I'm actually going to say, can you come with me because I need the moral support. I was like, can we all come?
To be fair, the other day I had like, my friend Liv was in, she's a nail tech, and then our other friend came with her, and then we went for like some food after it and stuff, and she was in the corner. And it was so funny because like we were having the best chat and kept laughing and stuff, and she was like in the corner like trying not to laugh, and then afterwards she was saying like she was like, I really wanted to join in and be like, oh, and this, and don't forget about that time when you did that, and she was like, I had to just stay silent. She was like, it was actually horrible.
We were joking. I was like, honestly, I said, getting us 3. Like, it's so weird because like me and Vanessa have worked together for like a few years in the other studio, like where you play, but in this one there's 3 of us now, and we all sit next to each other, and it's just absolutely mad. Like, we just
jokes.
It's so funny. And I think I said, can you actually imagine us 3 on a podcast? I said, no one would be able to
just like 1 mil at a time over that, right?
Yeah. You used to just sit behind me like Destiny Child.
The powerful girl.
I can't say. Vanessa won't be happy about that. She used to be on set. Yeah. But honestly, I was like, oh my god, I was like, am I actually doing this? But I thought, no, this is the thing again, like, just being like,
you just got to say right.
I'm like, just do it, like, what is your problem? Like, just go.
I have got a dilemma. It's not, well, the section's called Nightmare from the Nail Desk, but it's not from the Nail Desk, it's from ChatGPT, because we haven't had any submissions yet. I think at one point I was like, I'm hoping by episode 3 I'll have a submission. This is the 5th one we're recording. Yeah. And we still haven't had an episode, but episode 3 hasn't gone live yet.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we'll get some soon.
Yeah.
But I've asked ChatGPT to write me a dilemma as if it's a nail tech. And last time we did this, it was quite funny. It was like, my client wanted a cig inside because it was raining outside. I was like, how do you know what a cig is, ChatGPT?
Yeah, a cig as well. That's like
a
so
cig,
like,
yeah, so casual. So, I have a regular client who I actually used to love seeing, but lately she's started pushing all my boundaries. She'll turn up 15 to 20 minutes late almost every time, and then expect a full fancy nail art set. If I remind her that we'll need to keep it simple due to time, she gets passive aggressive or says things like, you're usually quick, I'm sure you'll manage. She also brings her own inspo pics, but wants me to tweak them a bit, which turns into a whole new design on the spot, even though she's booked for simple nail art. I'm starting to dread her appointments, but she's been coming for over a year and always rebooks. How do I put boundaries in place now without it being awkward or losing her completely?
You get like irritated by the fake situation.
You're like, oh, good talk.
What a nightmare.
The thing is, it's ChatGPT's fake scenario, but we know this is happening to nail techs everywhere. Like, you know that that's realistic.
That is literally every.
Like, someone coming in and asking for a cig inside is probably not going to happen, but that is.
No, that is realistic. To be honest, you actually have just got to say no. I'm not even joking. Like, if you say no once, they'll just stop doing it. But then again, try not to lose them, because we've had in the studio like situations where people have left because obviously like they've not got what they want or whatever, but down to them being late. We're only human. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think they forget sometimes, like, we actually are literally human. And I think you can't please everyone. So I think if it's causing you, like, that much stress, or, like, you're really panicking, or, like, you're not enjoying doing it, then I just think just don't. Like, I'm at a point now where I just think just don't do it.
Yeah,
like, just become,
don't stress yourself out.
Yeah, like, if it becomes, like, gets to that point, like, just become, even, like, you don't even have to tell them. I just think just become unavailable.
Yeah.
At the times that they need. Do you know what I mean? Like, be like, oh, sorry, like, I don't have that time, or do you know what I mean? Like, just.
I think for me, like, I'm quite lucky that all my clients are like normal, regular, decent human beings.
Yeah.
So if I was like, sorry, you've not got time for that because you've been late, they'd be like, oh yeah, cool. Like, they wouldn't be like, what do you mean, just hurry up. They'd be like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like.
You haven't got time for it. Like, no one would sit here arguing with me, but I think.
That's the thing, so you've obviously, like, you've obviously set them boundaries already, like, they know. And I think as well, like, the more people come to you, like, they do get more comfortable. Like, most of my clients now are, like, friends because they've been coming to me for, like, as long as I've been doing nails. But I think setting them in the first place is a big thing, especially if it's a new client.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, don't stand for it initially, and then they won't even try and push it.
Yeah.
And again, like we were saying before, like, you're not going to suit everyone. So if someone expects that, like, and that's not for you, then I just think sometimes it's not worth the.
It's not worth the stress, is it?
No,
Like,
definitely not. We've literally had it recently in the studio. Like, one of our girls like upset a client because she wouldn't do what she wanted because she came late. Like, it's literally that scenario, and she absolutely. Like, she's not coming back, and I just think, you know what, there's worse things going on in the world.
there's enough hands in the world, isn't there, that you'll get
Yeah.
better clients who respect you. And
I think as well, just being honest. Like,
Yeah.
I think sometimes, like, we kind of like walking on eggshells around our clients, so not to, like, upset them or cause a bit of animosity or anything like
it's
that.
customer service at the end of the day, isn't
Yeah.
it? You want to make sure your clients leave happy.
Yeah, but you've also, like, I think you can just be honest. Like, just say, like, listen, like, I've not got time for that. Do you know what I mean?
Also, like,
I'm not
clients
doing
are
it.
regular people and they're not nail techs and they won't know
Yeah.
what you can and can't do. Like, it's the same as if I went to a hairdresser and was like, can I do this, and this? And they're like, you've only booked for this, you haven't got time.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh yeah, sweet. Like, I would not care because I'd be like, that makes so much sense. Like, what?
Yeah.
Clients are regular people. If you just explain it to them,
Yeah.
most won't be bothered. But obviously, in that scenario, I forgot the scenario now. She was fuming and she won't come back, or she don't want to tell her.
No, she don't want to tell her. Like, how do you keep the boundary? Like, how do you get her to come back?
I think you just have to say that when she says, oh, because was it something like she said, oh, I'm sure you'll have time.
Yeah.
You can make a joke and be like, I wish I was that quick.
Yeah,
girl. Like, I'd make a fortune if I could do clients or that nail art that
Yeah,
quick,
like,
but
make it.
I can't. I can do this for you. Do you want this or this? And see what she says. Something like that, I think.
Like, literally, because I think as well, like, if you are, like, I know some people that would just try and do what they wanted in that time, and then they're kind of running behind all day, and it's like, they're gonna then think that that's all right, and then they're gonna be late the next time.
Yeah, and
Aren't
also,
they? Like, it's
you're worried about pissing off that one client, so you do it for them, but then you might be pissing off 4 more who are sat waiting all day.
Exactly, like,
because you've gone above and beyond for that one client that you don't want to lose, and it's like, actually, it's probably better to say to her no.
Yeah.
And stick, like, keep everybody else happy that day than, like, make everyone else annoyed and for the sake of one client.
I think as well, if it's, like, stressing you out, like, for me now, like, I would just be like, I'm sorry, like, I think it's not, like, I'm not the tech for you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because you obviously need a bit more flexibility and all this, and, like, which, if you can't
I
offer
think
it,
there
you
are
can't do
some
it.
people, like, I'm all for a private tech, I'd never go to a walk-in, like, non-standard salon, but I think, like, there are clients who that's what they need. They don't want to book ahead, they don't want to, like, have a longer appointment, they want to be in and out, they don't want to talk. Like, I know someone and she's like, I literally don't want to speak to you. not one of my clients, but she's like, I don't, she goes to a walk-in salon because she's like, I want to have, like, my headphones in, it's my me time, I don't want to make small talk, I don't want to do this and this, I just want to walk in, not book it 3 weeks in advance, that's for me. And I'm like, fair enough, like, there's no point me trying to convert you because you're not the client for me. Like, you're just not for me. There's plenty of people who are.
That's what I mean.
It just is what it is.
There's always going to be people, like, you've got to remember, like, we are dealing with the general public. Do you know what I mean? We don't all have the same mentality. Do you know what I mean? Like, they do think it's a quick in and out.
Yeah, and I think that's just about educating, isn't it? Like, I think it's all in education and communication. Like, if you say to that client, look, I really don't have time, joke about it, or I wish I could do something that fast. I ain't got time though. Like, she won't ask again because she'll know. Or you say,
or she'll turn up on time.
She'll come on time.
And then she'll ask a nail art.
Yeah. Just set your boundaries, girl. Don't be scared to lose the client. She might have come for a year and rebooked, but you've got plenty of clients who'll come longer, who'll respect your boundaries. You could swap her out for a client who'll come 2 years.
Yeah, literally.
So see you.
I know. Some people, like, you just can't please, so it's just... And I think as well, like, in the nicest way possible, like, the audacity.
Yeah.
If you tell him, like... If a client tell him, like, also, like, no. Like, that just doesn't sit right with me. I'm just like, no, like...
Do you know what I mean? It's so funny. So the other day, I was doing my, like, partner's nails for his stag do. And he did that, you know, like how there's that classic thing where it's like, oh, a simple French, when clients say that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I actually don't mind when people say that. I'm like, I get it. Like, it is what it is. Yeah. Like, I don't, it's not my favourite to do a French, but it's not my worst. I don't get sweats over it. Like, it's fine. Simple French, cool. I class it as simple nail art, sorted. He was like, showed me all these like fine line, detailed, black artwork that he wanted. Yeah. And he was like, well, it won't take, like, I think I said, hurry up, you need to decide because I've got a client coming in after you, like, and we haven't got ages. And he was like, well, I just want some simple lines. I was like, yeah, you want thin, straight lines. I was like, that's not just, like, that's actually making me worried.
No, it is. So some of my clients, like, I would class it as simple, but then others, we have like a running joke with one of my clients, like with French, because some of them would have it every single time. And I'm like, guys,
switch it up.
Yeah, come on. I'm like, for me as well, like, let's just do something a little bit fun. So we have a running joke now with our clients that every other set she can have a French. So like, she has to have a design between. And she comes in and she's like, oh, it's not the French for you, like, it's a design. She like tells everyone in the shop, she's like, yeah, she makes me have a nail art. And I'm like, I mean, I don't force it, but I just...
But I want my job to be actually fun.
Yeah, like, I just want to do something cute. And then she always loves them, so I'm like, see, like...
Just the expert.
Every now and again, a French, so cute. But I'm like, every time, come on.
Come on, girl.
I'm like, I can't even take any new clients, and I've got some clients that want absolutely crazy for, like, do you know what I mean? They want to come to me because they want nail art, and you're asking me for a French.
Yeah, if you beg you in a spot, you've got to make it worth my while.
I even have, like, it makes me
laugh sometimes. You off.
Yeah, it makes me laugh, like, sometimes, like, people come in and they're like, I feel like I can't waste an appointment with you. Do you know what I mean? Because they're like, I can't waste it. They're like, I must have something through a day, or like some nail art. Or like
I really wanted to come and get extensions for the wedding, but I'm just like, at the timing of it with my own diary and like the wedding stuff, I was like, I literally can't get it done the wedding week. I've got no time.
I think I'd be doing my own wedding nails. Like, maybe like I might let the girls.
See, I actually don't want to because like I know nails I could do better than me, like especially on my left hand. But I'm like,
These actually are a godsend though, aren't they? For like, for us.
So
like,
good, I'm obsessed with them.
I usually would be staying late, like I was like doing my nails, like trying to get the structure and doing my builder application out of a hand. Now I'm just like...
Yeah, honestly, when I trained in them, I was like, I want to train in extensions because I don't offer any. And I had some clients that will come, you know, for like a holiday, and they're like,
want a bit of something.
They want a bit, they're like, oh, they're really short, I'd want them longer, and they haven't come like in time to grow out their natural nails. And I'm like, no, there is definitely a market for like, I want them longer for a specific occasion. So I was like, I want to have the option to offer it, and I hate the little paper forms. I just can't get on with them, I hate doing them. Even for like a repair, it's not my vibe. So I was like, I really want to offer extensions, but I never thought I'd put them on myself. And then literally, I think it was doing the set with you in training, and I was like, oh my god, this is going to change my life.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
They are so good as well, like they're such a good little service. Like you said, like now everyone is just training in, what is it, like gel and builder. Like obviously you have to do gel to do your builder, but they all just want to do builder. Like no one wants to do extensions or like acrylic or like, so I feel like
there is a market for it.
Yeah.
And like I was saying about obviously like the walk-in salons, like some clients are for them. Some clients actually don't want to go walk-in, but they feel they have to because they're the only place they can get the extensions.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in our industry at the moment. Like everything's changing. Which is, I suppose, it's good. It's good. It is for the good. It's just like, overwhelming.
Yeah. I don't think I'd like to be getting into nails right now as a beginner. I think I would find it like a lot. But actually, do you know what? I don't know. I think maybe 3 years ago I'd find it a lot because that was when like the allergy thing came out and it was like huge. Whereas like, actually I did it 3 years ago. Maybe like 2 years ago. Whereas I think now actually, people are a bit more educated and like there's so much more out there about like the quality of education and like the importance of it. I think you'd actually be better suited now to be like, right, I'm going to train with this person, they're going to tell me about this and this, whereas like 5 years ago you wouldn't have been told about like allergies in training.
That's the thing, like, and again, like, you're getting what you're paying for, do you know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference between paying like 200 quid for a 1 day course and doing like even like 3 days.
That is one of my biggest, like, I don't want to say regrets, because then like, because I did that course I then did other courses and like met other people through it, and obviously like your journey is your journey.
Yeah.
But if I could do any, like if I had to name just one thing I wanted to do differently at the start, it would be my training. It would be invest in better training, research who you're training with.
Know that, do they?
Well, that's the thing with that, like it was like an academy and I went to it, and obviously like I didn't even know the educator beforehand, like, so you're getting taught off someone and I'm like, I don't even know what your work's like I don't know anything about you. So now I definitely like research my educator, find someone I aligned with, whose values I agree with, like who uses a brand that I like and have researched, and fabulous. I know, I love that. Show the camera. We have gone for, I want to say long because they do feel long, but they're medium.
They're actually medium.
Medium almond gel extensions from Nail Order with a little, I've just put it, where have I just put it?
Keep doing this.
Yeah.
Oh.
little peachy, like goldeny chrome on top with like a golden reflection. I know it looked really nice in the sunlight on it. And then I've used the Sissy Easy Squeezy for the first time ever, because it's always terrified me. And I actually love it.
I know, they've actually
I love that. That's so fun. I think the only thing I'd do differently next time is top coat the chrome first and then do this on top.
Yeah, but I quite like that though, because it feels, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it feels nice and smooth still.
Are you one of them like them 3D, you like sit there like that? I had pearls once and within 2 days they were just white plastic balls because I rubbed the coating off.
I do like them like that.
It's well satisfying, isn't it?
That feels really nice.
So, thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome.
If anybody wants to find you, what are your handles? Where can they find you?
I've got about 10 pages.
Where can they train with you?
So, at Novo Geo is me.
Yep.
That is me. Novo Studio is our studio page, which is absolutely crazy because we've got like 6-7 people working there and everyone, we're just all collaborating with that page.
Love that.
I also have an education page that I'm still building.
Yep.
This was a thing that I learned recently that I need to separate
Invest
the two.
time into it. Yep.
So I've got the Novo Education page, and at the moment for one-to-ones I'm just taking bookings. Literally,
like
just
through
message
DMs,
just message me, email me. Like on the website there's a page like about all the teaching and the course that we've got. The nail order courses, if you want to learn these, you can book that through Nail Order. So you literally go on their website, find your educator, whatever location. I am Ashton, Manchester, and you can book it through there. You can choose a kit if you like.
Yes.
And
I
I
got the medium almond extension kit. That's what I'm
standard.
doing today.
That is a standard. Always Sundays.
Yep.
That's our day off as a nail tech. So
then we do side work, podcast and training.
Yeah, literally.
Day off.
Side hustles. Literally. So that's
perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for doing my nails.
You're welcome.
I feel so spoiled. I'm literally
it was so nice, didn't it, to get your nails done.
I actually love this.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I actually I'm getting my nails done. I've not done this for so long. I've literally had my nails done for about 6 years.
I know. Right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.